Well, after the failures of the last couple of videos on the Astra VXR, where we just about got it through the MOT and then have struggled with the sim, trying to get the horn working but ending up with a traction control light being on, I am dead keen to knock an item off this list so I can feel like we're finally making some progress to restoring this car to former glories. And the item that I want to address is that handbrake cable from the end of the MOT video. When having replaced the brake caliper on the passenger side rear there, I ultimately realised that was never the issue and it was always the handbrake cable that was seized. As you can see here from the clip from the end of that video, where with the handbrake cable engaged, one side the brake calipers are released and the other side it is not. And that is because these rubber boots had split and obviously water has got into the cable and rusted the cable, and that is why it is not moving. So today we have a new cable. Let's not hang about, let's get it fitted. First thing we need to do is loosen off the handbrake, which we do from inside the car. So first we need to pull this out, and then we need to get this gaiter unclipped from the centre console. Just like that, which reveals this. So you take this little rubber cap off, and then you got access to a 10mm, so get your socket on and start loosening it off. So I would only loosen that off to the top of the thread, and then we'll jack the car up and get underneath. Okay, so the task at hand, on both sides we've got the handbrake cable running from the caliper under here, over here, and then round behind the fuel tank here and under or above the heat shield above the exhaust in there, which is probably going to be the tricky bit. I did do this job a few years ago before I started doing YouTube, and I was able to take the heat shield off enough to do this job without snapping anything. Hopefully I can do it again. Let's start with trying to undo these 10mm. It's very tight, which means it's probably going to snap. If I just go back and forth gently, it gives it the best chance. I'm not optimistic. Let's try this one. This one feels better. Look at that. Can this one be as kind to me? Come on, you know you can. Ah, yeah, little. Ah. So we'll have to do something with that. Drill a hole, self-tapper or something. It doesn't really give me a lot of access. Let's try the next two down here. And actually this one looks like it did snap on me last time, because that is a different bolt. That's not even a 10mm. You can get an 8mm socket for that one. With the heat shield loosened off, you could take it out completely, but I'm just going to try to get my hand around there and onto where the cables that run to driver's side and passenger side meet in the middle here. Oh, I've got my hand on and I'm wiggling. That's kind of all I need to get to. Let's start taking the cables off from the caliper until I get to that point, and then we'll see if I've got enough access. First, we've got this little clip to pull out. Okay, don't want to lose that. And then we've got to lever the handbrake out from the caliper somehow. And then just pull it through. Easy as that. And you can see and you can hear how seized that one is. Now, just need to follow it around, just unclip it. When you get into this bit, you pull it out. It's really hard to film and do this because it's pretty tight space wise. Anyway, that hook in there, you see there's a slot. So the cable needs to be pushed up and then lifted out through the top of the slot. And this is where having a bit more access would be lovely. And this is where trying to do this holding a camera probably isn't going to work. Right, I've done that one. So having got the cable free from the slot there, the next bit I need to do is the other side, and then where the two cables join together, there is that kind of bar. That bar needs to be rotated 90 degrees and then it will pull that way out through the handbrake cable that I've just detached from the caliper end, and I can pull the back end, the caliper end of the cable out. Having taken cable out of the near side here, look at how the caliper, this bit which the spring attaches to, is touching that lug, whereas on this side it isn't. And I thought that was because the handbrake cable was seized, but now the handbrake cable is released, that should be snapping shut. I can move it manually, but then if I lever it back again, it is starting to spring back a bit. Maybe I just leave it up and that should be okay. Fingers crossed. I don't want to do another caliper. It just kind of sums up where I am with this car. Every time I look at something, I uncover more issues. But it is the daily driver. You know, all the salt and stuff and the English roads will take their toll. Okay, that's better. That is snapping back as it should. Let's continue with the near side cable. There we go. Now, get the cables out. Right, here is the old cable. Now, I've been careful to put it out so that was the near side, that was the off side, because when I did this 4 or 5 years ago, I fitted this cable. Well, I did fit it, but as I was fitting it the first time, I realised that actually these cables are different lengths, and of course 50-50 chance I got them the wrong way round. So I had to put it all out again, swap it over, and it went back in. So I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. So we can see that it appears that the driver's side is ever so slightly longer. Let's have a look at the new one. There's like nothing in it. You'd never notice these were different lengths unless you'd done what I did and fit them the wrong way around. Anyway, I think that's the slightly longer one. So that is driver's side. You can kind of tell as well with the little bits of rubber here and here. You see this one is slightly further down on the driver's side as it is on this side. You need to swap over these plastic clips which just clip into the underbody of the car. This doesn't come with new ones. Other than that, we can start the pain of getting back in, I think. The most challenging bit is up this end. So you've got the tube thing that pushes through the hole, and then you rotate it 90 degrees so it lies across that way and doesn't come back out. And then it's getting these bits of cable into those little hooks underneath the body of the car. Just slide these things off. I think that clip needs to go back on there as well. I should say as well that I picked these up. They're an eBay special for 25 quid. I will put a link in the description. And we're going to get that over there. This is what happens when you buy cheap stuff off eBay. Ends up being more hassle than the saving was worth. There we go. Bit of Vaseline does the trick. The old petroleum jelly. Ah, perfect. What's all the fuss about? Done with that. Excellent, let's go back in. Having got that caliper in place, I'm struggling to pull the cable out enough to hook it into the little slot in there. I seem to remember having this issue last time I did this job. What I'm going to try is just slackening this off more. I don't know if I take the nut off, thread might just fall through and I might lose it. I don't want to go all the way. That just might give me enough extra millimetres to get the job done. I've got some mole grips to go just underneath the metal onto the cable. Do this hard. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yes, you've done it! Sort of. So, working on cars on the driveway. Not easy. Put a cable tie in the spring to try and hold it together. Squeeze the spring together in the clamp to enable me to put the cable tie on. Still needs a bit of a squeeze. Right, doesn't look very secure. Blimey. How's that go? Let's try again. I've just tried bending this kind of end of the spring, which hooks into the caliper round a bit more. So hopefully it won't pop out again. Okay, let's get the clips that go in there. It's just not in the right place still. Just because this caliper is aftermarket, the slot for the handbrake is not the same size, is it? That's what's going on here. It's so close. Right, so I've got the ball from the handbrake cable slotted in nicely now. It's just a case because this caliper is obviously aftermarket, another cheap eBay part. The ball was slightly too big for the slot, so I just got a screwdriver in like that and levered that way, so this part of the caliper opened up a bit more and then it slotted nicely. Okay, let's get the little horseshoe clip into that. And the driver's side is good. Now we've just got to sort out the routing of the cable and put the heat shield back. That should pretty much there now. That side, the driver's side, and then that. You can see the cable slotted back into those hooks. So I think if I try and tighten it up from the inside again, that should be the handbrake part of it done, and then it's just the heat shield. Let's get on about 10mm, tighten it up, see what happens. That feels like a good handbrake. That is feeling good. Just check the wheels first. Handbrake is disengaged. That one spins. And that one, see if the handbrake holds. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, let's go back underneath and check that everything is seated as I would expect it to be. And yeah, you can see the cable seated nicely into our little hooks there. So I think we're all good. I'm just worried that's not very secure. I might just put a cable tie around that. Heat shield time. So that one snapped. So we need to drill a hole and put a self-tapper in there. But for the ones I can do, let's do them. There we go. All done underneath. Let's get out of here. Not that many jobs on cars are easy to do, but that was a bit of a pain. We are possibly done now. Just clip that in. Oh, hang on. I always forget to put a rubber cap on the thread of the 10mm nut to tighten up the handbrake. Now let's clip it in. The diagnostic cover back on, which has been off quite a lot recently because of the sim issue as explored in the last video. still is yet to be solved. My current line of thinking on that is to get a Tech 2, but all the Tech 2s online, all the cheap ones anyway, are clones, and I just worry that they won't work in the same way that an official genuine Tech 2 would, and therefore I still might not be able to calibrate my steering angle sensor. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're all back together. The handbrake feels good. We've tested the wheels whilst they were in the air. There's just one more thing that I can think of to do to test the efficiency of the handbrake, and that is this. I think we've got a good handbrake. So that was the only possible way I could test the efficiency of the handbrake. There were really no other options. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that this was of course done on a private road. So now let's get our list up and let's smash off that handbrake one. Because we've fixed something on this video after a couple of videos struggling with sim and MOT issues. We now are making progress again. And now I need to get home and start editing this video so I can crack on with some more things off that list, because that is the plan for the next video. As I said earlier, I'm still no further forward with the sim, so I'm leaving that for the time being so we can cut that list down so we can see some real progress on the Astra restoration. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then.